Simply put, to save the Great Barrier Reef, to give coral reefs on this planet a chance, we have to protect what's left and we have to rebuild what's been lost. And both of those we've got to scale at a rapid pace.
So it's about 40-45 kilometres as the crow flies up to Hayman Island. Guys are cruising along about 200 k's an hour. Those won't take too long. Yeah, guys, welcome to Hayman.
Well, it's something running away. Look, it's a little crab, see? I'm following it. Well, this isn't a racetrack or the MTC. I'm here at one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Great Barrier Reef, meeting the people from the Great Barrier Reef Foundation and learning about how McLaren is helping to accelerate their sustainability efforts. I think coming in from the air was definitely the best way to see things. Unfortunately, also see all the bleaching going on.
So in the last summer, the summer that we're in right now, we've had the 5th mass coral bleaching event declared on the Great Barrier Reef. And what's challenging about this event is for the first time, the southern third of the reef is also bleaching. And these were the corals that we thought were safe from warmer waters. But I have to say, this is no longer a dress rehearsal. We are in a climate change event. Everything we need to do for coral reefs, we must do now.
So McLaren Accelerator is working with the Great Barrier Reef Foundation to help them look at their reef restoration and adaptation program and think about how they can go from the R&D stage that they are in at the moment with some really amazing technological advancement and engineering, and then look at how we can get that to mass production scale. So by 2025, we're hoping to help them unlock the bottlenecks that they've got in place to enable them to plant 2 million corals on the reef so that they can get towards their 2030 targets.
My name is Cedric Robillot. I'm the Executive Director for the Reef Restoration and Adaptation Program. So our program looks at a lot of technologies, but the one we're focusing on with McLaren is really about sexually reproducing corals in very large numbers. So what we do is we select corals, which we think are the most suited for the future conditions, and we help them reproduce in aquaculture. We settle them in large numbers on little devices that allow us to do diverless deployments in very large numbers on the reef. The way we measure success on this program is actually quite simple. It's how cheap can we make the largest numbers of corals. At the moment, there's about 200,000 corals produced globally per year, and that's just not enough. It just addresses a small portion of a small reef. What we need to achieve is 100 to 1,000 times more, and these are the targets we've set with McLaren.
So obviously for me, being Australian, this is very important to me, trying to help protect and preserve one of our most famous parts of nature and one of our most beautiful. It's also important for McLaren. We're a global team, a global organisation, and anything we can do to try and help the world is always a great thing to do, of course. So being a high performance race team, we've got a lot of very capable people, a lot of capable minds that can try and help out for a great cause.
We've got 2 things that are really against us. One is the scale. The Great Barrier Reef is the size of 70 million football fields. Now we're going to go and have a swim tomorrow. We're going to swim over the size of a tennis court. So we're going to see a fraction of this system that's so big. Whatever we do, we can't do it big. We're not in the game. The second thing is, as we've seen with this 5th mass coral bleaching event, we can't sit around. We had to do this work 20 years ago. So we're in a race against time and we're a race against scale. And the only way to do that is to accelerate. The partnership with McLaren Racing, we've gone to the fastest brand on the planet and said, how do we get there faster?
Thank you. So we did a lot of talking yesterday about how cool this is going to be, but now we're actually out on the reef going to see a whole bunch of stuff, hopefully. So yeah, excited, looking forward to it, and it'll be my first time properly snorkeling, so can't wait.
They're 7 till 12, yeah.
Can I see what he's up to?
You never really get this.
So we're in the stinger season, so they can be, a jellyfish that will actually, cause a sting, and some of those are a bit dangerous. So from November to May, they recommend that you wear a stinger suit. That way you don't have to worry about it.
We ready to jump in?
Apparently sharks like the fire as well, so.
Exactly.
I think that the one that really hits me of people going, why is this so important now? Coral reefs were around for centuries and centuries. Is that when a coral reef, when the corals have been hurt from a cyclone or a mass coral bleaching, they get wiped out. It takes 5 to 10 years to recover. What's happened through climate change is the instances and the severity of these wham moments means that corals no longer have that recovery window. So coral reefs naturally, they have an inherent resilience. They've been fine for centuries. So for the very first time, the only way to increase or help and make the most of that recovery window is through intervention.
The Great Barrier Reef is made up of 3,000 individual reefs and 980 islands. Globally, less than 1% of the ocean floor is covered in coral reefs, but over 25% of known marine species live and depend on these coral reefs. Yeah, it was good fun. Nice to see some wildlife and see some coral, see some fish, and I got to see what all our work and the Foundation's work is all about. I did see, yes, some of the bleached corals, some of the dead corals, unfortunately, so I think it just kind of shows that the work we're doing with the Foundation is very, very important, and I've been told that here is actually looking quite good compared to some other parts, so yeah, just shows that we're doing some good work.
The current state of the Great Barrier Reef is, as you would expect, being a frontline ecosystem to climate change. She's showing some age, she's showing some wear and tear, but there's a lot of it that's still fighting back, glorious, wonderful and thriving. Everyone's looking for hope, and not just to say have hope, but they're looking for progress. They want to know that as humans we are leaning in at the right, and we might got this. They want to know that we're on this journey, we're doing the right thing, that we are good souls. What I hope in 3 years is that we've got an acceleration moment that makes everybody go, oh, okay, that's progress. That gives me hope. Now let's keep going. We're going to be in this race till 2050, there is no doubt.
So just got back out from the water. Yeah, awesome experience and great to see the reef for myself with my own eyes for the first time. So that was very cool. Kind of just highlighted, I guess in a sort of first person view, why our work in collaboration with the Great Barrier Reef Foundation is so important and why what they're doing is so important. So yeah, it's good to see it for myself. It's been an amazing experience and yeah, I want to get back out there. So I enjoyed it.